it, so.
What was that one called again, Jamie?
I forget. But...
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I heard that. That was pretty funny. So we had another question in chat too. This is, I think, from UFO Willie again. Have you ever seen a full apparition or spirit, like a full figure?
Oh yeah, absolutely. More than once. At first it was unnerving, but of course to a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, something like that's going to be unnerving, but after so many years, it kind of becomes just annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it that. And the reason I say that is because of my poltergeist. I got this poltergeist that I know follows me around, finds me every once in a while. That's how come my fascination with poltergeist, and it does become annoying.
I do travel with holy water in my vehicle. A good priest friend of mine blessed it.
Maybe you need a blessing, Donnie.
Maybe. No, he's never hurt me. He's never nothing like that. Just very mischievous and pain in the royal rump.
Has it always been attached, or was it just recently?
No, it's ever since I was a kid. Ever since I've been a small kid. This thing has had a presence in my life. I haven't seen it in about 6 years, 7 years now. So
you will tonight, now that you're giving it airtime.
Yeah.
Airtime, yeah. I was going to ask you, what has he done to you, but we better not break him up. He might just pull a good whammy on you.
Yeah, don't put any white powder around your bed, or unless it is something white, make sure it's dill salt.
Really, don't want him snorting up all my good shit, man.
No.
Sorry.
So that's why you fall asleep on the air, Donnie, huh?
Hey, man, I was so wiped out last week, it wasn't even funny. And I just, if it would have been anybody else, I'd be laughing. So go ahead, laugh at me.
Neal, we had open lines last week, and we're kind of chatting with listeners, and got towards the end of the show, and we heard kind of snoring, and we're like, Donnie's sleeping, and then he kind of snapped out. So we call him 40 Winks Donnie now.
The last guest must have been really boring, huh, Donnie?
No, man.
Just me and Jamie and Donnie, and just a few of us. We must have been really boring to make you fall asleep.
So it wasn't Ryan. It wasn't Ryan from Paranormal State that put you to sleep.
Yeah, chair has 2 positions, working and sleeping, and I just happened to lean back into the sleeping position for a minute, and that's all it took.
Oh my!
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fun. It's all fun. So Neal, have you dealt with any Bigfoot sightings? I know, from watching History Channel, Discovery Channel, there's been some Bigfoot sightings in Ohio. I always hear that. So have you dived into anything like that?
Oh yeah, the Ohio Grassman is one specific creature I've been following for some time. I've not seen any of the Amish-like woven basket/igloos they make that they put out in the middle of a field. I'm sure you've heard of the nests they make. I would hope they do make a nest large enough for 4 grown men to at least crouch down in and sit in comfortably. I'm wondering if they're Amish hippies or something, but the Bigfoot sightings are few and far in between anymore.
They churn butter together.
Could be it, or snorting some of Donnie's good stuff. But the Ohio Grassman, I can tell you this much by studying their habitat, if they have one for that matter, just all theory of course. They travel in packs. Normally it's a family of 3 or more. Same with, usually it's a male, female, a couple of younglings, or maybe an elder with a few adults and a couple of younglings, whereas Bigfoot travels alone. The sightings involving Bigfoot, unless it's a nest site, always involve only one upright biped that people encounter in the woods or somewhere else for that matter.
Where most of the sightings been in Ohio? What area?
Charleston Pike, which is the far eastern region of Ross County / Chillicothe, Ohio, before it gets into Adams County, which you really don't want to go exploring for Bigfoot in Adams County because you'll end up walking into some druggies crop field and get shot to death, like on the beach with Leonardo DiCaprio. But other areas where Bigfoot is sighted most commonly, southern Ohio and the far eastern regions of Ohio, like around Salt Fork Lake.
Interesting. So any good pictures have you got from anybody? Any witnesses? Anything?
I've had plenty of pictures sent to me through the years. I have a few that are questionable, but compelling at the same time. And a lot of them, you can tell it's just either a really big fat tree that's oddly shaped, or the way that light and shadow plays tricks on the camera's eye.
And are you familiar with Steve Cole's Squatch Detective guy?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, he released a photo. I don't know if I have it here. He released a photo from a trail cam. It was up in Vermont. It's really tough to tell what the creature is, and some people claim it looks like an owl kind of flying across, but we'll try to find it. We'll try to find it and send it to you. But he had a huge show on that, and apparently this creature was reaching down, eating apples in front of the tree, and a trail cam photo took a picture, and he had a huge show on Blog Talk about that. And,
wow.
but I'll have to find the picture and shoot you an email and post it on your Facebook page, see what you think about it.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah. I don't know if Jamie has it hanging around. He might have it, the link for it.
I think I could find it on Paranexus. I did have it, but I got rid of it, so I'll look for it.
I had it on my desktop, but yeah, it looks like a creature bending over. He has his back has got patches of hair missing. Some claim it's moonlight. It's hard to say, and it looks like there's a small, maybe a baby holding on, or there's a claw reaching around the side. But I tell you, every time you look at it, you see something different. You just don't know what to say about it. But they're gonna go do up. It's somewhere in Vermont. They're heading up for an investigation soon up there. So to check out the area, and I'm gonna probably get him on the show right after he's done with that. I've had him on several times. He's a good guy, and he's done that one History Channel. He did a Monster Quest 2 one episode too. So
yeah, I had a 15-second flash on a Monster Quest episode a couple of years ago for the Mothman. They had me on there with Key Expert, and since I've been a guest speaker, they had me on there talking about it for 15 whole seconds. Like, well, there you go.
I have to watch that. I always like watching, when I have a guest on, I always like to, hey, I had him on my show.
I've also been featured on public broadcasting and Fox TV News up in Columbus. They have me on from time and time again during the Halloween season. They have Yolanda Harris, who is a mighty fine news correspondent, good friend of mine, good-looking lady, and she goes through these properties with us and videotapes the investigation and takes part in it with us, which is a lot of fun. And it's great PR. It's great for November sweeps and May sweeps. They love it.
Oh, wow. Well, that's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
I just